here. Gonna set up that, and so I played Techwars Online 1 and Techwars Online 2, which are completely different genres from each other, which is weird. Also, both of those games were not on Steam for a while because of false reviews. They got taken down, but then they got put back up. And now the developer has a third one of this series, so I don't know what to say about this developer. Also, I don't know why, but I apparently have already unlocked 4 of 46 achievements for this game, but I haven't actually played it, so that's kind of weird. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. But I guess we'll hop in. Let's see here. Oh. There's still some noise outside. There's been a motorcycle club going around today. It's annoying as shit, because it's like 40 or so motorcycles, I think. But anyways, let's fire this guy up. Well, considering I got 4 achievements without actually playing it, maybe it is an achievement farming game. This is a $3 game, as far as I know, or if it's a $3 or $4. I can't quite remember, but it doesn't really matter. This is Techwars Deathmatch. The first Techwars game was kind of like a weird RTS sort of game where you only had one vehicle, but a bunch of moves. The second one was a hexagonal turn-based game. And this one, I have no idea. Is it going to be like a third-person shooter or a first-person shooter sort of thing with Bex, perhaps? Is it going to go... Is it actually going to go a more action-y route, I wonder? I have no idea. But I do have an idea that I want to start this timer. There we go. Choose your side. This looks very oh my god. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of it. Oh, okay then. Well, that was the 4 achievements. Yes, thank you. I like how the game counted me with those achievements before I played, but when the first time I start this game up, it just drops them in my lap like that. At the same time, it's weird. I guess I'll be the minion. This looks very familiar to the screen I just had on the previous. Is this not the same game? This looks like the same game as Techwars Online 1. This looks so far identical. Maybe a little different, but it's clearly using a lot of the same. Look at my character. He looks so smug. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. You don't have to ask. No, don't even question me. I know what I'm doing. Hello, Pa. Yeah, the weather's improving, unfortunately. I prefer when it's rainy because it keeps people quiet. I actually do like the rain. But I guess I'll just hop right the heck in and see what sort of game this is. So again, it looks just like it's a lot of stuff is bleeding together with the previous Techwars games I played. If you go back to my previous videos on those games, you'll kind of notice what I mean. Like, there's assets here that are just... Well, I mean, reusing assets between numerous games in a series is not, like, bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because, I mean, it makes sense. They're the same series. But there's so many assets reused that, honestly, I was a little confused. I was like, wait, did I start the wrong game? Did I start one of the other ones I played already? Again, it is public knowledge that the previous 2 Techwars Online 1 and 2 games were both taken down from Steam because of false reviews by the developers. They say allegedly. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But come on, it's Steam we're talking about, so I would say probably. Okay, so okay. We need this sector. Let's go, guys. That voice. Let's go, guys. Let's go, homies. Let's get in the house. And hit some bitches up. Anyways, this is playing like Techwars Online 2. Pretty much, it's Techwars Online 2 right now. Except for this is a little more exciting than Techwars Online 2. Because Techwars Online 2 is like, here's one enemy. And you. And then it's like, and then here's a few more enemies and you get immediately owned. And okay, rockets then. Okay, I'm fucking him up pretty good. Oh, I'm dead. Warning, self-destruction in 3, 2, 1. I'm already a carcass game. A little late on the countdown there. Alright, so I assume, yeah, I can run with shift. This is a Techwars Online 2 clone. Essentially. With some adjustments. I mean, it looks a little nicer. There's more effects going on, like the lighting and stuff is better, but it's basically just kind of a retooled Techwars Online 2 so far. I mean, I've only been playing it for a minute, so I guess I'll keep going, but, you know. I'm not entirely sure. Is it a capture the flag sort of game? Oh, I'm stuck on the land bass again. Okay, so I have a few abilities. Let's see what C does.
Damaged motor mechanisms. Repair is required.
C is that a grappling hook? Do I have a grappling hook? I do. I can grapple an enemy. Alright. You want a good mech game that you can play for free? MechWarrior Online is actually a lot of fun. If you get around the fact that it's unrelenting as shit, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get utterly owned by the other players. However, I find it a lot of fun. In MechWarrior Online, I always played as a light mech, which is like the hardest mech to play as. I think I lost my missile launcher. Whoop. But it's really fun playing a light mech in MechWarrior Online because you're basically like, you're pretty much one-shottable, or at least you can be completely crippled in one shot. And honestly, a light mech is all about their speed. So if their legs break, you're fucked. It's basically like losing your one advantage. But if you can play a light mech well, you can run up, you can get to close to a heavy mech that can completely own you, mind you. And you can just completely destroy them because they can't keep up with you. It's great. So there is location damage in this game, but what am I playing? Techwars Deathmatch, whatever. Forgot the name of it. There is locational damage in this, but I can't. It's not possible to really lock onto or precisely aim at parts of the mech. So it's kind of just shoot in the general direction of a part you want to destroy. Because I've definitely lost armaments and stuff, so that's cool, but. Yeah, I really do like mech combat games when they're action-based and probably a little more involved in this one. Because I really like the concept of locational damage on how a mech can be disabled partially but still functional. It's like you gotta adapt your strategy based on like, okay, well my machine gun just got blown off. What am I gonna do now? You're like what strategy am I gonna use to deal with the enemies now? Oh, I think my one gun's overheating a lot. Yeah, it's a fucking adrenaline rush to play a light mech in MechWarrior Online. Holy shit. And it is free. It kind of has some microtransaction stuff, but I don't think it's unfair how the model is used. It takes a very long time to unlock stuff, which is kind of a little bit frustrating, but I don't find it to be the big a deal. It's a lot of fun even running with... But you can still unlock enough stuff to make it worthwhile. But that's the thing about a mech game, like, you can get all these crazy armaments, but you always gotta consider, like, okay, like, if I equip all this stuff, like, I have a weight limit, and if I equip all these cool weapons, that means I can equip less armor, meaning, basically, if I give myself more weapons, I'm gonna be more fragile. It's like, you always gotta balance it out. I had a lot of fun running a light mech in MechWarrior Online with flamethrowers, and that basically would force other mechs to overheat. So basically, I'd run around, force them to overheat, and then when they're just disabled, laying there trying to basically cool down, I just kind of aim wherever I want with a particular, just a machine gun, a basic light machine gun, but it certainly did the trick when the enemy was disabled. So basically, I had shutdown tactics, and there's so many tactics you can use with a good mech game. VR chat, but in desktop mode, yeah. You lucky duck. If somebody ever had the insane desire to donate a VR headset to me, I actually could get a lot of VR review codes. There's a ton of VR games out there that I can get review keys for very easily, but of course I haven't done this because I don't have a VR headset. That being said, I wouldn't mind messing with my room setup to make that possible. If I ever got a VR headset, I would actually review VR games if you guys wanted me to. Hello, snipers. How you doing? So, is there like a objective I have to do? Because it seems just to be straight up deathmatch, like it's called. So I'm not really sure if like I should be doing something now or just gonna stroll up to this guy. All right, there we go. Like the score was earlier like 20 to 21, but now it's 14 to 7. Where did all the points go? Also, I'd like to note, as a bad design, the enemies are going off screen. Guys, the enemies are literally going off screen and fighting from off screen, so I don't know if, I don't know how I feel about that. Seems like a bit of a bad thing, overall.
Critical damage. System shutting down.
Oh wait, are these numbers are going down. This isn't a score, this is a number of troops.
Strike ready.
So I guess I'm slowly winning. This is a very long match then. They have a very heavy mech here. I guess I'll shoot him up a bit. Oh, wow. Wow, I fucking rinsed him. What the hell?
Support systems are damaged.
And this will do a good job, apparently. Heh, one left. Oh, wait, no, two left. Okay. Victory! I protected the domain of the company technology and preserved your military potential. I have preserved my military potential! Whatever that means. I saran-wrapped my military potential. I freeze-dried my military potential. I don't know. I'll put it in the freezer for later. So that's, It's kind of just another tech. Honestly, I don't understand why developers make... Like, I understand why developers make a kind of cheap game you can easily buy and it's not... There's not a lot of effort put into it. I do understand that. I do understand the concept of, like, making a game that's kind of just a cash-in thing. You don't put a ton of effort into it, but you don't sell for a lot, so nobody complains. And it's just like, well, it's only a few bucks, whatever. Either ignore it or buy it. Like, I understand making one of those things. I don't agree with that business practice. I think that if you make a video game, you should make it to the best of your ability. Even if your ability may not be as good as, like, a huge developer, you can still try to make something, you know, very engaging and such. But, and if you can't, maybe you shouldn't be selling a game on Steam. Maybe you should work on your skills a bit more. But, I don't understand making a cheap game over and over again, because this is essentially Techwars Online 2, but with a different scoring system. Because I think in Techwars Online 2 it was like, I want to say it was like Capture the Hill or something. I can't quite remember. I'm doing okay, Pa. I'm doing okay. I guess I'll do another round, but... Oh, itch.io. Yeah, you mean itch. It's actually itch.io, but... Itchigo. Get your itches to go. Itchigo. It's like fast food, but instead of fast food, you get mosquitoes. Bot farming for cards and stuff. I thought Steam did something to make that, to impact the value of that or something. I think what I heard that Steam did... Okay, well, we got a different map, so I'll keep playing. I think what Steam did is they made it so a game has to have so many legitimate sales before they can be bot farmed, or before they can farm cards. Before cards can be sold or something. I don't really remember. But basically... What a common bot farming tactic is not to sell a game for a cheap price, but to give away a game. Like, to put it up on Steam, the developer can get, like, I think the developer can get, like, easily 10,000 codes or something just for free to give out. And so basically what the developer does is they do a giveaway, they give out a ton of codes, and then they fall down a cliff and die. Whoops. That was the glitchiest fall. Also, I thought it was the other robot, so that's why I fell off. But yeah, yeah, like, developers can give out 10,000 keys or so on a giveaway, but... I believe... what Steam basically did was the game has to sell so many copies or make so much money via sales before cards can be farmed. Which of course doesn't prevent a game from being bot farmed necessarily. It just means that the bot farmers will probably want to sell their game for very, very cheap, so they get a lot of buyers. I guess what's confusing to me is why bot farming is even profitable. Because I have gotten tons of free games from giveaways, specifically games that were meant for bot farming. And those cards, they give you 3 cents, generally. Like, you can generally sell them for 3 cents, which, because Steam takes a percentage of your sales, that sells for a penny. That's basically what I see out of most, like, bot farming games. You can only sell them for 3 cents, which basically means 1 penny profit. So basically, you can only sell them for a penny. Which is, I don't know, it doesn't sound very lucrative, you know? The only cards I've seen sell for, like, a decent amount of money are cards from games that are actually, like, liked or popular. Games that are games that are not meant for farming, those ones have the cards that sell for a good amount. But, the bot farming games, they only sell for a penny each, so I don't really understand the value of it. Let's say you give away 10,000 keys. And let's say every single one of those people were bot farmers for you. And you can get, like, what, 6 cards per game? I think the limit is 6. I think a game can give out 6 cards. So that's like 60,000 pennies. That's like $600. I guess that would be profit if you had that, if that worked out, like if you managed to get that many people farming for you, like 10,000 people or so. I guess $600 would be profit, because to put a game on Steam costs $100, if I recall, or does it cost more now? There's like a fee you have to pay to put a game on Steam, to put a game on the store. I think it was $100. It may have changed. I think it actually went up, maybe. But like, I don't see how that's much profit. I might want to research this actually, because now I'm kind of curious. I've heard about bot farming so much, but I've never understood how it's like a profitable model. So maybe I'll look it up some point. Oh yeah, Sid Alpha. I used to watch him, and then I stopped watching him because I was getting really tired of him reviewing that one person. I don't remember. The person who was kind of psychotically trying to attack some people, and Sid just kept covering them because they were a hot topic. And I could kind of tell that Sid was covering them because they were a hot topic, because they would get views. Yeah, Alex Maurer, that's right. I don't even remember what Alex Maurer did at this point. I just remember that Sid just kept covering and covering Maurer to the point where it got kind of stupid. And it was like not even that much information. It was just like, hey, by the way, Maurer did some more stupid things that aren't really that important, but if I talk about it, I'm going to get views, so. I wouldn't really call Sid Alpha like a view whore or anything. I'm not trying to say that, but he got too tempted, you know what I mean? It was like one of those cases like, if I keep talking about this person, I'll get good views. And it's like, I guess I will. It's like, you know, that's a case of integrity versus views, and I think he took the wrong... I personally feel he chose the wrong decision. Don't think he's a terrible person. Also, that robot just phased into existence in front of us. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a mech game. That could have been really advanced cloaking technology or something. There's... Well, oh my goodness. Oh, this is a good camera. Oh, ooh. Oh, look, floating water. Nice. Alright, anyways, back to the game. Back to the world of the game again. I love these spawn-in enemies, though.
Critical damage. System shutting down.
Yeah, oh wait, I remember now. Maurer threw a... What did Maurer do? I think... She... Because that was part of the whole issue people were having, like... because Mauer is technically transgender, so she is an appropriate term. I can respect the gender identity thing, even if I don't respect the person. If I recall, Mauer did music for a game, if I recall. It was a shoot 'em up that looked pretty cool, actually. And then when the game was sold, Mauer threw a fit about the music being used or something. I don't really remember. But basically, Mauer like gave all the rights to that developer, and then took it back. Wow, I got fucking rinsed for that robot. Oh, these robot voices.
Airstrike ready.
Airstrike ready? I guess I should use the airstrike that is ready. Oh, the enemies are clumped around the bridge. That's the perfect place to use the airstrike.
Damaged motor mechanisms. Repair is required.
That robot just straight up fell off the bridge. That's pretty good. And a shell nut. Oh, hi. Thanks for oh, look! This is advanced AI. They have spawn camping abilities, just like real humans. That's very clever. Too bad he's just walking into a wall. Wow, look at me barely dodging attacks. That's pretty good. You know, this whole deathmatch concept would be actually somewhat playable if it wasn't... It's 50 kills. 50 kills takes a while. That's a long game type. This is like playing Mario Party, but you're forced to do 100 turns or something. Like, you can't do anything shorter. Also, I like this bridge. I want to point out something that's really shitty. You know, the camera angle. I don't know if you can change the camera angle, but at least through the default camera angle, there's no good way to run across this bridge. If I hold left or right or up or down, I will fall off the bridge. If I hold, like, left and right, I will go diagonally, but I'll still fall off the bridge without adjustments. This bridge is angled so poorly. If it could be angled a little bit better, it'd be easier to walk across. But it's very easy to just accidentally fall off if you're not paying attention. Also, I want to note something. I started the game with 1,000 credits. When I beat that last level, I got 10 credits. I don't know if it'll go up with this fight, but like to get a new mech, I need 1,100 credits. So technically speaking, at this current point, I think I got to play 10 of these levels to get a new mech, which sounds incredibly tedious. I'm not going to do that, but I was going to see how many credits I got out of this match to see if it like went up or something. Also, as I think that thing in the upper right is my experience bar and level, because it went up a little bit from last time. So I guess you gain experience at that rate. Like that was one battle was that much of a tick for level 1. This game seems to have tedium as a point of it, I suppose. Oh shit! Oh no! That's a lot of That's a lot of bad guys. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. Fuck you! Airstrike.
Self-destruction in 3, 2, 1.
That system in Overwatch? What system in Overwatch? I haven't played Overwatch.
Airstrike ready.
Oh, I just realized this match has a time limit too. We're about to hit it. That's if I just chill out for a bit, we'll probably win. Looks like we're winning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Victory. Victory missiles. We preserved our military potential. I love that English. This team is clearly not English, because every single game of theirs I have seen some sort of issue. What do you mean, fight? Wait, this is a different screen than before. What is going on here? Fight? No, I don't want to do another fight. I kind of wanted to see the results. Can I go back to hangar, maybe? Oh boy. That's weird. I wonder why I didn't do fight last time. So I'd only assume this game is also online, but I don't know how sort of bored you'd have to be to find people to play with. Thanks, Pa. Doesn't feel like much of a accomplishment. It's just kind of a shooty game. Like, honestly, there's nothing really wrong with the controls aside from that bridge problem I had, but it's just not very... There isn't much going on here, which is why I spent most of my time talking about other topics here. Because, really, this developer has made 3 games. All of them are mediocre, and they're not updating any of them. They're not improving them. They're just making another... They're just kind of throwing something out there and then making another one. And they're all just kind of mediocre. So they're obviously one of those developers. And honestly, I wouldn't have probably bothered them past the first game I tried out, because I was just curious about them with the first one I asked for a key. But like I said, the developer just keeps giving me more keys for their games, because I think they're really trying very hard to convince me that, no, we make good games. But, I mean, I'll give them this. It's not a terrible game. It's not a bad game, necessarily. They can make perfectly competent software of middling quality. This is less broken than some games I played. It's not really broken at all, actually. It's pretty much stable. It's just... There's no reason to play it. Also, I didn't want to do a third deathmatch. I'm honestly too tired to... I'm really tired of this at this point. 2 matches is probably enough to get an impression at this rate. It's just... There are... I would give it credit to seem to be a number of maps. So I got 19 credits out of the last fight. So it takes... Now, I want to point out, I'm getting like 10 to 19 credits. And look at the mechs. Look at all the mechs there are to... Well, yeah. So to get the next one, I would have to get 1100, which I don't feel like doing. And then... These all seem to be the same mechs from the other games, too. I remember the Wolfram. I remember the Riven. The Riven. They're still calling it the Riven. I guess that's just how they want to spell it. I mean, it sounds kind of cool, the Riven. It just seems like a misspelling of Raven. But then again, you can't use Raven. Oh, they can't call it a Raven, actually. Because that's a... I'm pretty sure it's a Mech Warrior mech. And that actually might be copyrighted. So if you call it a Raven, you may get in trouble. I'm not sure, but... I do know Mech Warrior is a bit protective of their properties. So let's see. Okay. Oh, actually, here we go. Let's see. So I just realized, like, best player. The best player for XP is XXX Navigator XXX, who is clearly Russian. All right. Best time? Plush Samurai. Okay, it says a lot when you look at this and you see... All right, so... Hold on. How about... Kills, yeah. Plush Samurai. Plush Samurai really loves this game. Oh, wait. Now it's not a Russian person. Now it's just Plush Samurai. Also, I just realized over here, look on the left. Play as a stormtrooper 100 times. What? Just suddenly turn into Battlefront? Oh boy. Yeah, but anyways, the Techwars Deathmatch is kind of just Techwars again. Wait, go to Techwars Online 2 Steam page. Why would I do that? Hold on a minute. Oh, wait, I think I know why it says that. It probably says that because that's what it said on the Techwars Online 2 menu when I pulled up the menu in Techwars Online 2. So they didn't. So it really is just a reskin of Techwars Online 2, like I was kind of saying. To the point where they forgot to change the Steam page link from Techwars Online 2 to Techwars Deathmatch. Okay, then. Either that or they're just trying to sell you Techwars Online 2. I can't tell which they're doing. It could be either. But just to confirm, yeah, Techwars Online 2 exists as a separate game. I just was making sure it wasn't just changed into what I'm playing now. Yeah, it is a separate game. Paradoxically, Techwars Online 2 costs $12, which is kind of weird when the other game here costs $4. I don't know. In any case, yeah, Techwars Deathmatch is just... Yeah, it's Techwars again, and it's not really that fun, and it's okay. But just... It is the most okayest of okays. It's just so middle and mediocre that I can't really say anything about it. Beyond not really interested.